How many of you have ever faced a time in your life when you felt like no one was cheering for you? A moment when you felt unseen, unheard, or unimportant. I think we've all been there. Life and all this unpredictability can sometimes knock us down. And when that happens, it can feel like the world has forgotten about us. The people we thought would support us may not be there. And we begin to wonder if anyone really believes in us. But here's the truth that I'm here to share with you today. When the world's quiet down, when the applauses fade, and when you're standing at the crossroad of doubt, there's one person who can always cheer for you. One person who will always believe in you. And that person is you. You have to become your own biggest fan. You see, being your own biggest fan isn't about arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's not about putting yourself on a pedestal and ignoring the contributions of others. No. Being your own biggest fan is about recognizing your worth, honoring your journey, and learning how to push through the tough times by being your own support system. It's about understanding that you have the power to create your reality, and that the most important person who will ever believe in you is you. So let's take a deep dive into why becoming your own biggest fan is not just a motivational concept, but a necessity for thriving in this world. 1, the power of self-belief. I want you to think back to a time you achieved something that made you proud. Something you worked hard for, whether big or small. In those moments, you were your own biggest fan. You might have not been constantly thinking, wow, I'm amazing. But in that moment, you trusted your ability to get the job done. And that belief in yourself is what propelled you forward. Here's the thing. If you're waiting for others to validate your worth, you'll always be dependent on external sources for motivation. You'll be at the mercies of other people's opinions. And we all know how unreliable that can be. Someone might praise you one day, and the next, they might criticize you. But your belief in yourself doesn't fluctuate based on someone else's approval. Your self-belief is your constant, your anchor in the stormy seas of life. 2, the inner critic, shutting it down. Let's talk about something that holds many of us back. The inner critic, the voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you're destined to fail. That voice can be incredibly loud, and for many, it drowns out any other positive thoughts. But here's something important to know. That voice is a liar. It's the voice of fear, not reality. It's the voice that wants you to stay in your comfort zone, to avoid taking risks, to remain stagnant because change and growth are scary. In order to become your own biggest fan, you need to recognize that inner critic for what it is, a negative thought pattern that does not define your truth. When you hear that voice telling you, you're not enough, you need to immediately counter it with your own voice of encouragement. Remind yourself of all the times you've triumphed, all the obstacles you've overcome, and the strength you've shown. Be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is the antidote to that inner critic. You can't expect to win if you're constantly tearing yourself down. Number 3, the importance of self-care. Let's talk about self-care. It's a buzzword these days, but it's one that can't be overstated. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is an essential part of being your own biggest fan. When you care for yourself, you're sending a message to the universe that you are worthy of care. You're telling yourself that your health, your happiness is important. But far too often, we neglect ourselves in favor of others. We give our time, energy, and attention to everyone but ourselves. We forget that in order to show up for others, we need to show up for ourselves first. Self-care isn't just about bubble baths and massages, although those are nice too. It's about setting boundaries, taking time to rest, and giving yourself permission to say no when necessary. It's about nourishing your body with good food, exercising to stay strong, and meditating to keep your mind sharp. When you take care of yourself, you give yourself the energy and clarity to achieve your dreams. Number 4, embracing your unique journey. Another key aspect of being your own biggest fan is embracing your unique journey. It's easy to compare yourself to others. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel like you're falling short. But comparison is the thief of joy. No one has lived your life. No one has your experiences, your gifts, or your perspective. You are one of a kind of creation, and that's something to celebrate. Your journey is yours to own, and it's important to recognize that the path to success is not linear. There will be setbacks, detours, and roadblocks, but each challenge is an opportunity for growth. Instead of looking at others with envy, look at them with admiration. Use their success as inspiration, not as a benchmark of your own worth. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remember that every step forward is a step closer to your goal. Number 5, developing resilience. The power to bounce back. Let's face it, life will knock us down. We will face rejection, failure, disappointment, and loss. But the true measure of success isn't how many times we get knocked down. It's how many times we get back up. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to get back on track after facing adversity. And resilience starts with self-belief. When you believe in yourself, you have the strength to keep going when things get tough. You remind yourself that failure is not the end, but merely a stepping stone on the way to success. You must learn to embrace failure as a part of the journey. Every successful person has failed at some point. The difference is that they didn't let failure define them. They used it as a lesson and moved forward. Number 6, the ripple effect of self-confidence. Finally, when you become your own biggest fan, you begin to project confidence to the world around you. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Confidence is contagious. When you carry yourself with self-assurance, others will start to believe in you too. And as you lift yourself up, you'll find that you can lift up others along the way. Remember, you are a role model, not just for others, but for yourself. You have the power to create the life that you're proud of. You have the power to become the person you've always wanted to be. It all starts with believing in yourself and becoming your own biggest fan. You're worthy of your own love and support. You're worthy of the encouragement, the motivation, and the belief that you deserve to succeed. And while the world may not always be in your corner, you can always count on one person to have your back. And that person is you. So from this moment on, I encourage you to stand tall, to speak kindly to yourself, to take care of yourself, and to cheer for yourself every single day. Because the truth is, you got everything it takes to succeed. And when you believe in yourself, there's no limit to what you can achieve.